Welcome in, everybody. This is Colin with Promoguy. You know what? I'm hoping you guys are having as good of a day as I am. We're on round 2 of snow days down here in small little Bridgman, Michigan, but we are happy campers. I hope you guys were able to celebrate. If you're in Michigan, like myself, or generally the Midwest, I hope you guys have enjoyed the snow. I know some people don't always love it, but I think there are definitely advantages and positive aspects to it. Like, it gives you an excuse to stay inside, look at all your bets, maybe take advantage of the casino, sign up for something that you haven't done yet. I know for me, I was over on Barstool messing around on their app, and I was like, you know what? I'm a little bored. I haven't played a ton on here recently. I don't want to get banned like Sam. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to play a little bit of blackjack. And this afternoon, I played some blackjack, rode up, built up to, I made $200 today playing blackjack. I had a pretty good run. And it just kind of kept, I just rode with it. And, I had a streak there where I won 6 hands in a row. So again, I'm playing the most advantageous. I was taking advantage of the way to play blackjack. There's a certain way, and I have a video. It's still being edited. I hope you guys checked out my basics video. That's up on our channel. If you guys haven't already seen that, if you have a friend or a family member who has no idea what it is, what any kind of gambling is, and you want to lay down some ground rules for them, that's a good video for them. And then if you want to know more about this whole blackjack approach, I have a video that should be coming out soon. Again, it's still in editing. But anyway, I took advantage of that. I had a streak of 8 in a row. Lost. I think I lost twice. And then I had a streak of 6 in a row. So that was a pretty good way to build up the money and build up on a snowy day. Okay, so that's my little story. That's my little humble brag for a snowy Thursday afternoon. But we will be getting into our bets. I will say that it was winning a little bit on casino was pretty cool, because on the official tracker we lost some. Now personally, I didn't lose quite as much as Sam did yesterday with our Promoguy bets, but this is something like we talk about this, right? This is something where even if you have a bad day. So yesterday was the first day you joined us. Maybe you happened to follow some of our bets. The reason that this is something that is so valuable and so profitable in the long run, the reason that we made nearly $3,000 in January and we made nearly $30,000 last year is because this is like it's a system, right? It's something that even if you have a bad day like yesterday, then you bounce back. And that's why we play according to our bankroll, right? We don't just abandon the system. If we say, hey, like the math and the calculations show that you should be putting $25 on this, put 25. Because if you have a bad day and you happen to throw 50 and 50 and 50 on all the $25, $10, and $15 bets, well, that's how you end up getting yourself into a hole. So I guess just stay disciplined with that kind of thing. Okay. All that aside, it was actually really fun. I don't know if you guys followed. I'm sitting here talking about discipline when I'm going to go and talk about our degenerate bet and how that was one that I hit yesterday. As we were logging off and we were heading out of the stream, I was like, all right, we got a snow day. Sam was like, we got to put a degenerate snow day bet out there. And so we did. We threw it on, where did I put that on? DraftKings. And I turned 10 into 50. So that was a lot of fun. That was a fun way to end the night. So if you guys want us to, I think that's going to be something that we kind of start doing. I know I had the degenerate pick of the day for a long time, but I think it might be fun because parlays are a little bit more exciting and, honestly, a little bit even more degenerate. Maybe we'll do that every now and again. We can sneak some of those in. Okay, without further ado, we're going to get into our actual slate of the day. We're going to talk about how to really just take advantage, what sites we're using, sign-up bonuses, all that jazz. And if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, please put them in the chat. I'm still working on getting a second monitor so that I can, I have one. I'm setting it up tonight. So I apologize if I'm a little slow in the chat, but anyway, put your questions, your thoughts into the chat. I saw yesterday Ducky Betts, who I've shouted out on here a couple of times, joined our stream just a second too late. So Ducky, if you join again today, welcome. Anybody else who's joining, welcome. And I'm excited to kind of get into it today. So that's what we'll do. Ba, 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 ba. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go ahead, dive in. Whatever. We're just gonna dive in. It's February 3rd. For those of you who just came out from a cellar and you've been trapped in your storm basement for 17 years. If you're coming out, it is February 3rd, 2022. This is Promoguy. This is how you're going to make up all the money you may have missed out on those last 17 years you've been hiding in your basement. So welcome. We'll get into this. And if you are new here, this is our website. We'd love to share everything that we have here. We have our performance. If you're questioning, like, hey, are these guys actually a good follow? I might be biased, but we are. If you want to find out for yourself, just feel free to look at our performance. We track every single bet. We keep our monthly performance on here. You know, even when I mentioned, hey, yesterday on the official tracker didn't go our way, we're still profiting in February, right? It's not as great. It's not, like, hey, we're sitting here at $34. $34 is $34. That paid for my haircut today, plus some. That paid for my haircut and half of my groceries. And you know what? We're, like I said, in the long run, in this whole process, we have some insurance, we have some free bets coming back to our way. And if you guys followed me, aside from the official profit, and you guys did the Caesars promo where you bet on the Knicks, then you got a free bet coming back on that side too. Now, I lost the Knicks bet, but if you happen to go the other way and bet on Milwaukee, because ultimately it was profitable either way, then you made that $25 and you got the free bet. So we have some free bets coming our way. If you guys are like Sam and myself, you may have gotten a little bit of a boost to your Caesars account. So I definitely recommend checking that out. I'll show you guys what I have. But anyway, that's tangenting. I will say, if you guys haven't already signed up, sign up for BetRivers. Use Promoguy. Use our code Promoguy. You guys honestly just click on the link here. Click BetRivers. Click on follow the link. Use Promoguy, and then the key is 250 match when you guys are depositing. The reason that we emphasize this every single stream is because it's legitimately free $250. Like, if you guys are like, hey, my cousin hasn't signed up for any of these, send them this link, clip this little section out. Guys, what this is, you deposit $250. They give you $250 outright. You play through it one time. My recommendation would be blackjack, because the expected value on that is you're turning $250 into like $240.20 or something like that. And that's expected value. Now, I personally, the last two times that I've helped and been there, kind of walking somebody through signing up, we turned it into $310 and $280. So they deposited $250, took out $560 on the back end. It takes literally like 15 minutes to do the whole sign up. I would definitely recommend that. Click our link, go use Promoguy, use that $250 match, and just take the easy money, guys. It's awesome. It's so good. Okay, done with the tangent. We're moving forward. Fanduel. Again, if you haven't signed up for Fanduel, check out our links. There's a bunch of promos going on with the Super Bowl. They always have their risk-free bets. And look at that. Jason, my neighbor, just texted me. I was just talking to him about all this. Just telling him, legitimately, I was telling him about BetRivers and how easy it is. Just that free money. So We have TNT Thursday. This is super easy. You're legitimately getting $10 whether you win or lose. So if you win, not only do you get your money, but you get $10 site credit on top of that. And if you lose, you get $10 site credit either way. So it's legitimately more than risk-free on this bet. So there's literally no reason you guys don't make this bet. Go make this bet. I'll show you guys what I have. I took a little bit of a longer shot. You can kind of take two approaches here because there's Samuel. Sam was just calling me. Am I missing something? I don't know. Let me see if he's texting. Anyway, whatever. We'll move forward. Share my screen. Oh, there it is. Okay. Can you guys see my screen now? Were you just looking at me that entire time? Oh, that's embarrassing. All right. So this is all our stuff. This is our website. This is Fanduel. This is Bet Rivers. I'm happy you guys got to look at me for that long, but really the emphasis is on our website. So I'm happy Sam pointed that out. Anyway, TNT Thursday. This is the start of our promo. It's definitely worthwhile. Everything that I've said, even though you were just looking at my face instead of the screen, it still applies. Then we have DraftKings. We have our college basketball parlay insurance. This still is not targeted to me. I'm a little sad boy because of it, because it is a good promotion. Definitely take advantage. And we're actually going to be doing a similar one on BetMGM. So if you guys want to help me build that later. Other than that, there are a few targeted promotions. If you guys ever have questions about those, feel free to put them in the chat. We'd love to help. Sam's putting them on Twitter, so he talks about some there. But if you want some more direct feedback, we can kind of talk about what we're seeing. And then Caesars. Caesars, again, is a fantastic book. If you guys are not signed up for Caesars, definitely do. We have, I think we have a casino link, might be hidden in a different one. But then there's also our sportsbook link, which is really nice. Right now they have a matched bet where you bet 20, get 300, which is valuable. So if you guys have not already signed up for Caesars, definitely do it. This is just such an awesome book where they're doing they do deposit offers every day. They do promotions every day. They do boosts every day. We had this crazy plus EV boost yesterday that was plus 80% EV, which is insane. And so they just have these boosts that are awesome. Speaking of which, we have CP3 and Steph Curry both to score over 15.5. So 16 points qualified, 17, so on. Boosted to plus 150. We are risking the full $25. That's the max there to win $37.50. Sam talks about his kind of in-depth take here, if you guys want to follow there. That's just a little bit more beyond the numbers, where he goes, hey, this is actually beyond just the literal, hey, this is what the odds are, and this is how the odds compare to other odds. Sam does every now and again dive in and say, hey, this is what we're seeing. We would need Steph to be 83% likely, and he's done that a lot. So we like the odds. We like the bet. We're maxing this super boost for Michigan on Caesars. And then we have the bench bucks. So this is, you bet $75 on the Lakers-Clippers game, and you get $1 toward a free bet if you win. Now, the reason that this does become valuable is because how many bench points are scored. So we took the LA Clippers instead of the LA Lakers. We took the LA Clippers because they are just slightly favored in the bench points scored. And honestly, just as a fan of the NBA, I think the Clippers are going to win this game. I don't know how to say this other than the Lakers just look gross this year. Now, obviously, games like this are always competitive. The Kings find a way to win games, but ultimately, this is a game where I like the Clippers, and then math also says that, hey, they score more bench points. You're going to get a more profitable, you're going to get a bigger free bet on average off of this. So this is definitely valuable. I put 75, like I said, on the Clippers spread. You should put it on the spread. We're going to emphasize that. Moving on, BetMGM. This is where I'm saying, hey, we're doing a one-game parlay insurance. You can bet $25 on an NBA one-game parlay, and if you have one leg miss, then you get you get money back in a free bet. The cool thing about this is there's no odds restriction. This was confirmed once by a community member in chat, as well as just kind of us doing some research. So the cool thing about this is you can put $25 down, put like crazy heavy favorites for 3 of the legs, and then just go like a spread bet or, you know, a bet that you like. We could even look at something that like on Odds Jam and throw that in there. So this is definitely something that's advantageous. Just know that this is coming back as a free bet, so it's not quite the same as our Thursday boost from Fanduel, or our Thursday promotion from Fanduel. Other random things, I've kind of mentioned it here and there, right? Like Bet Rivers, definitely valuable. Now we have the Pebble Beach profit boost. There's a 20% profit boost during this upcoming weekend. So when you guys sign up, when you make that free $250, check out the daily profit boost. We also have one. Today's Thursday, so I think it's NBA. I think we have an NBA profit boost today. So we can kind of check that out. I'll actually open up a thing on Bet Rivers so we can look at what we have. Firekeepers blazing. We didn't see any that were super interesting. And then in general, guys, Twin Spires. I don't shout it out enough, but their casino welcome offer it's really nice. It's risk-free play, $500. So if you guys like casino, I would definitely recommend, in addition to Bet Rivers, Twin Spires. If you guys want to, like if you're a casino person, definitely go to our website, click on this. This is our bonus link. You'll get that risk-free play of $500. And yeah, that's just valuable. You can play through that. Okay, so that's our slate for the day. I'm going to go over, check on chat, and then we're going to go check out some of our bets because Sam is he's a busy fella. He's working with our school. He's one of the he's one of the grade, I guess, mentors. I'm trying to think of the actual term. But so he's reffing the boys volleyball tournament today. Even though we had a snow day, they still do. I don't know. So he's busy with that. So he might not be in chat. He said he would try to get in here and answer some questions, but he couldn't promise anything. So I'm going to go check on you guys, see what's going on. So, hey, can I get ooh, yeah. Love it. Hey, we love, honestly, one of our favorite things is when people like what we have going on, when you guys tell your friends, family, other people who like sports, gambling, or just like making money. We love it when you guys spread word of mouth and just kind of talk about what we're doing here, because when it's coming from a trustworthy source, like directly, that's our favorite way to spread the word. So we need that second monitor incoming. Thoughts on DK 25 plus threes for the Clips Lakers game? I can look at that. We can do a little bit of research today on the DK bet. I did look up the other one, the Devin Booker 4 plus threes. That was slightly profitable on our one Cali unit, our $1,000. It was about a 2.2 unit bet. Now Sam normally cuts those in half for player boost, so you could put $11, $12. I actually put I rounded up for this because I like Devin Booker. I like rooting for him. This is something that I would enjoy putting a bet down anyway. And so I ended up putting $25 on the Devin Booker bet. But this is definitely something I can look at the DK boost and see what we have. Normally, again, if Sam is looking at things and he goes through all these boosts, if he doesn't say something, normally that means we aren't betting it. That being said, if there's something on Parx, Sam and I are both limited there where we literally can't bet anything. I can't even deposit in there anymore. So little limited on Parx, and also Sam is limited on Barstool. So if you guys have questions about Parx or Barstool, let us know. That's something that we don't look into on our own, because what we like to do is we like to bet what you guys are betting and just ride with you on those. We want to be able to back what we're saying, and when we can't bet them, then it just feels a little ingenuine. So if there's something that you guys have questions, we want to be able to help you and answer those questions. But, ask about them. Ask them. So I'll talk about DK, and we'll see what's going on. The Trombley special was 0 for 1,000. Sequist, appreciate it. enjoy the pup. I hope your walk's fantastic. All right. Anyway, we're going to move in. I'm going to talk about some of them. I'll show you guys what I hit the other day. We hit one of our 2 parlays. So again, I was talking about the degenerate parlays. We did 2. One was the Trombley special, which our friend Chance put out there for us. And that one did not win. But then there was one that I put together that was just kind of taking in favorite bets from chat, which I really like to do. So if chat wants to give us some degen bets again today, we can throw those out. But so I hit the one the other day where it was from chat, and I put it together. We ended up hitting that. That's the one where I was talking about, hey, I made $10, and the $10 turned into 50, which was pretty darn nice. So if you guys want to help me build another degenerate parlay today, we can do that. Other than that, I was just going to show you guys my bets, talk about what we had, and we're going to look into this odds boost for the, what did we say, 25.5 threes? I'll see if that's something we can look up. So this is the one I was talking about where I put $25 down. Again, according to Sam's calculation and the fact that we cut player props in half because of the variance, this was not something we would bet because with those 2 things involved, it goes down to 12. I personally bet it because it was a boost that mathematically is about $22 worth of value when you don't take out the player prop. And then I just liked it for funsies. This is the one where I was talking about where we did the degenerate bet, 10 into 54. We hit the over in the Kraken, which frickin' go Kraken. We are all crackheads now. Over 5.5 total goals. And then we had the Red Wings, who I really thought they were going to win this game. And then we would have hit our parlay here too. And then the Kings just came cruising back and destroyed our bet there. Is that DraftKings? Is that it for DraftKings? No, I was going to talk about the odds boost. We were going to look this up. So Devin Booker, this is the one that I said was like 22 according to our Kelly book. If you guys want to cut it in half, feel free. If you want to keep it right around where I have, feel free. If you don't want to bet it at all, don't do it. So 25 plus. So 25 does count. Let me see if there's fair odds in here. I'm just going to go. We're going to do some looking around. This is a part of our calculation process. So you guys are getting a little mini tour of Odds Jam. And what did we say? What book was that? Or what was that for? That was for Lakers Clippers. Lakers Clippers. And we're going to see total 3-pointers. And then we'll see if I can find that. Let's see. Player made threes is on here. I don't see total threes. That's okay. It's a really odd, specific kind of thing. So we can just do a little bit of research here. You know, we've already gone through the slate. If you guys have questions about the slate, I'll answer them. But we're just going to do a little bit of research. We're going to go to Lakers, total threes. We'll just go NBA team threes. Now, we like to look at attempts, but we're going to look at makes here just to, just expedite the process. So let's see. Lakers are at about 12 threes per game. Clippers are also at about 12. Both a little under. And yeah, last three, they're there. So just off the top of my head, this seems like something that should be around even odds. And so because of that, and actually because they're both averaging slightly less than what would add up to 25 points, it makes me think that this should be closer to plus 105 for even odds. Again, because we're not comparing this, we can't look at like, hey, how many total, like what are fair odds for something like this? I'm just looking off of what their points are, and because we would need both of them to outperform, even if it's ever so slightly, their averages, that would make me think that, hey, the odds should be in our favor. They should be positive, maybe plus 105, plus 110, maybe even plus 115. Because of that, this does not feel like a big enough boost to be valuable for me. So this is not something I'm going to be betting. Again, this is not the full calculation that Sam would go into, but this is just kind of a quick expediting process. I don't like this bet, this Lakers Clippers to make 25 plus threes. That's, again, it's something that doesn't look horrible. Like, it's not like, oh, this should be plus 180 or plus 400, but it is something that it's not great. So I won't be doing that one. Okay, so I will continue just kind of going through some of the other promotions. We'll talk about what happened with Caesars. They got a pretty cool, they gave us a 150. I think they have a new kind of rewards system that they're going to have going there. So we'll take a look at what that is. We can talk about that, but we've got a light slate. So not a ton going on tonight, but yeah, I'll just go in, keep talking about that. If you guys want to chat, keep moving in chat. Let me go to live chat, see if there's anything I'm missing. I don't think so. So, heck yeah. Love it. Lakers are absolute dog shit. They're horrible. Okay. All right, let's go. I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to go into FanDuel. I'm just going to kind of show you guys my bet there, my personal bet, if you guys want to follow. I'll pull up BetMGM just because it's Chance's favorite thing, and if he's in here, he'll want to see my login. Ultimately, we want to bring joy through making money and through making smiles. So if there's a little bit of silliness that we can do, then I'll do it. I splurged on myself today, guys. I bought myself this new water bottle because I'm a thirsty boy. And it's freaking big. Gotta stay hydrated. Let's see. So this is my bet. Marcus Morris is an advantageous play. It's plus EV, ever so slightly. I say plus EV. It is the most advantageous odds for a FanDuel bet in this game, in this Lakers-Clippers game. And the reason I'm betting on the Lakers-Clippers is because I'm already going to be watching it, riding on it for our Caesars bet. And so I decided I wanted to kind of follow along there too. So Marcus Morris, first bet, he's at plus 700. If he's still at plus 700, that's super. He was plus 450, plus 550, plus 600. So finding him at plus 700 was really nice. And then I got Avery Bradley to score 10 plus points. I don't know how this is. I got it at like plus 200. Avery Bradley's a bucket. So unless something happens, I highly expect him to get that. And then Russell Westbrook, 8 plus assists. This is probably, I'm a little bit more nervous about that, but Russell Westbrook, he's back. He's a stat patter is what this guy is. Now the Lakers might not win this game, but like I did, I bet Russell Westbrook is going to get his. So again, this is a really long odds bet. This is not something that I'm like any 3 of these is guaranteed, but we're getting our $10 either way. This is not one where it's like, hey, if you miss a leg, then you get insured. This is just, hey, you get the $10 either way. So I decided to have a little bit of fun, shoot for the stars, and if you guys want to follow me there, then let's have some fun. Again, I just want to emphasize this one. So Sam talked about it a little bit more on his on Twitter, but this is a bet that is not recommended. I made this bet yesterday morning. I woke up from a sleepy haze, rolled over, saw boost, and just kind of threw it down. It was like the only bet that was up on FanDuel at the time. And honestly, I'm just trying to find any reason to get myself to watch golf. It's a nice, relaxing event, but I never do it. So I threw this down. It's not something that we as Promoguy officially are recommending. because it's just too hard to calculate. So again, I bet it. That does not mean that this is being recorded. This is not one that's going on our official page. However, if you guys want to bet it, you want to ride with me just for funsies, feel free. But it's just too hard to calculate to put our official promo guy tag on there. So that's that. I just wanted to kind of tangent it, get Sam's back a little bit. If you guys want to see his rant, he goes into some really good points, talking about just variance and calculations. Golf is a hard sport to truly calculate, so they add a lot more juice into a lot of those lines. He talks about that more in depth. He talks about it more eloquently than I could, but I did want to just kind of like mention it, touch on it. So let's see. What do we have here? I'm all logged in. Let's go look at my bets. I have not been keeping track of my BetMGM account very well, so we'll see. Did I hit? I did hit. Guys, look at this. Look at that. This is why you're doing these one-game parlays. Like, I did a bunch of long odds. I ended up hitting. It was just beautiful. Oh, I missed my free bet shot on Miles Bridges. That's okay. It was a free bet. But this is why we're going to take advantage of these one-game parlays. So if you're in chat and you want to give me something that I'm going to be betting on today on the NBA, give me some lines, give me some favorites. I might put it on the Lakers Clips again today just because I'll be watching. So, yeah. We'll see what we got going on there. I really liked this because we got the first quarter. I will probably continue to take advantage of the favorite covering the first quarter plus spread, because that's just a way to move the line in a super easy probable outcome where I hit one of those two. So Lakers were the favorite. I had them as handicaps, the plus 4.5 in the first half and in the first quarter. They covered both of those. And then my slightly more risky ones, ever so slightly, were CJ McCollum, and then total the team points. I think I picked the Lakers. Yeah, over 24.5 in the first quarter. So, again, longer odds. I'm going to continue to probably take advantage of the first quarter bets because we get heavier favorites on those one-game parlays. So I'll check that out later. We'll bounce back. I'm going to reference something. Sadly, I bet on the Knicks yesterday for this one. So I did not get to cover the spread. I was just really excited about that plus 1,700 bet we had going on, and I wanted to double down. But the Knicks let me down, as they have been letting down New York for a long, long time. But we will address today's promotions, and I want to talk about the free $150 that they gave us, because that's a nice little treat to open up your account to today. If you have not already signed up for Caesars, that's just another reason to go to our website, click on that link, and take advantage of these. But did I log in? Did it do that? Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, where Caesars has so many promotions that are really nice. Like, you could get a free jersey. That's awesome. We're going to be betting on NBA anyway, so why not do it to the point where you're going to get your free jersey? They've got a good sign-up bonus right now. You bet $20, get 300 in free bets. That's great. You can still get... Actually, we'll have to check on this. I'll do some research tonight, really give you guys some info on this, because I'm not sure if you can double down, do the $20 and get the gas card. I'll do some research tonight, get back to you guys for the stream tomorrow. But this is our bet we have, and I'll show you guys where I got the 150. We have 150. Where this is coming from, I think, is from the Caesar rewards. This is my theory, because now when I placed a bet today, it popped up. So I'm a platinum member. I haven't dove into really what this means, but that's pretty darn cool. So I get a monthly free bet. Ooh. Of $10 each month. I think that's new. Oh, I did not get a free monthly bet when I was gold. So maybe it's just because I moved up to platinum recently. Ooh, diamond. So we're gonna move up. I'm gonna see if I can work my tier up. my way up. We're going to get all the way up here. I'm going to get 7 stars. I don't know what that is. That's crazy. $150 monthly free bet. Wow. Anyway, I'm tangenting here. Ultimately, Caesars like rewards doing things for points and tier credits. These are not our favorite promotions because oftentimes the requirement to move up, the amount of points to move up is not worth the promotion. But ultimately, we're happy campers right now because we got $150 in our account that we did not have before. And you can use that on games. You could use those on the odds boosts. In fact, I don't think I have my bet down for the Super Boost. It was wigging out on me earlier today, so I'm gonna see if I can bet it right now. Yeah, this is what it was doing earlier today too. It popped me in and it wouldn't do this. But you guys can see I have the Clippers minus 3.5, $75. And yeah, so I'm gonna pop back to chat, see if there's anything going on. Sorry about that. And I certainly am. Could you put together an NCAA 3-leg parlay on DK for the promo, even though you're not targeted? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I could. Lines boost, plus 400, Suns to win by 7, and 225 points scored. Let's see. So Suns to win by 7, and 225. So we're going to go back. We're going to do this whole process again. Again, highly recommend you guys use OddsJam to be able to get access to this stuff because it's well worth the money. Even just being able to go in here because, a lot of times I'll come in and I'll try to get you guys the info, but sometimes you're getting last minute stuff where you can't get the information in time. So definitely recommend it. What did we say? What was that bet? Lines boost was Suns to win. Suns to win, so they're at minus 157. So fair odds there are going to be, it's minus 157 and plus 145. Is that what I saw? So they have these calculators that are super cool too. We're going to see. We're going to go. My guess is that's like 149 fair odds. So 149 fair odds. And that's being parlayed with over 225. So total points. If you guys want to see what I'm doing here. Over 225. Again, we use Pinnacle most of the time. So I'm going to come down this column. See what we have. They are, there it is, over 225. So, or 225 plus. Was it 225 plus? So then fair odds there are going to be close to like 134, 135. Probably 135, 136-ish. So we're going to parlay 136 and what did I say was the other one? Shoot. Now I got to go back. 136 and Suns to win is minus 148. 149. We'll go 150. So minus 150 and 138. So we'll do the calculator there. Parlay calculator. And that'll give us our likelihood. 138 and minus 150. Is that what I said was the other one? And we'll see. So parlay odds, fair odds are at like plus 187. Am I doing something wrong here, guys? 187. So we'll say that my math is a little bit off. And we'll say that the fair odds of this, oh, maybe it's plus 138. I got to look at that again. We'll say it was, because no, that makes sense. So we'll say that my math is a little bit off and fair odds are like plus 200, but that's definitely a bettable thing. Am I looking at that right, guys? Plus 400. Suns minus 6. Oh, yeah, 7. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, JB. I was like, what the heck? Okay. Yeah, I know. I want to get on the boosted fun. I'm going to keep coming back, Brian. I'm going to just, up until the game, I'm just going to keep going back because I'm sure it's something that they're aware of and they're going to try to figure out, and we'll go from there. Also, why I am going to build an NCAA 3-leg parlay, so if you guys want to stick around for that, we can do that. And yeah, I do need those 2 screens. Keep giving me crap for it. I'm setting it up tonight. It's going to be official tonight. So we'll have the stream go live tomorrow. I just wanted to, I got home, I had my hair cut. It went until 5. And so I didn't have enough time to get in here, set it up, get used to the whole system before I went live today. But it will be a lot easier to be able to talk to you guys and see what's going on. All right, we're going back in. So minus 6.5. That's why. That's why I was so far off, was because I'm going to duplicate this actually. Was because I was doing money line, and the over under odds we said were like minus 138. Is that what we said for 225? So then we'll go point spread, and it's plus 6.5, minus 6.5. Minus 6.5 on, they don't have Pinnacle here. That's fine. We'll just do kind of an average thing. Minus 6.5. It's looking like, ooh, we got a wide range here. That's interesting. Okay. So we'll just even out all of them. Call it the average of the 2 lines, and call it like 1 plus 172. Just from looking at all this. Again, I'm just kind of doing this. If you guys want to go in and calculate it yourself, again, OddsJam has this. We've got calculators. You can go a no vig fair odds calculator. And you know what? I'm just going to do that real quick so you guys can see what's going on there. We'll go plus 165 and minus 177 because those are the most favorable odds on the 2. Now, both could be off. A part of the reason you guys can see this, there are a ton of different lines here. That's why we like to choose Pinnacle, because they're generally the sharpest. And then we had 138 as the other. So we'll go minus 177. What was the other one? Plus 165? 165. So fair odds. We'll round up, just say that it's a little crazy. We'll go plus 170. So then we're going to do our calculator. Parlay calculator. We're going to go, again, just $100 because that works for me in my brain. 170 minus, what did I say, 138 was the other one. So plus 365. So plus 365 boosted to plus 400. We can go Kelly calculator. And you know what? I need a odds converter calculator first. So we're going American at 365. That is a 21.5% chance. And then 400, 21.5. We'll go Kelly calculator 1. So a fraction of the bankroll would be like 18 bucks. Again, did this pretty quick, so $20. So if you guys are doing the BetMGM Super Boost, our recommendation would be like $20. Again, I'm just doing it quick. I'm not to the same level of experience as Sam. He is better at it than I am, but I wanted to kind of do this quick for you guys. Sorry about that. Just to calculate it. Heck yeah. Odds count. Hi. You take that bet, Matt. Take that bet, man. This will be set up freaking the moment this stream ends. I'm gonna have it set. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send Sam a picture of the two screens set up, just so that he's gonna tweet it out. You guys are gonna be so excited for the 2 screens. Now I have no idea if they'll be working. I don't know if I'll be able to figure that out, but they're gonna be up on this table. God darn it. I'm going to do the 3-leg parlay. That's what we're doing next. We're going to shoot for, what is it, minus 200 each? Is that what it is for the DK promo? I'm going to go back to the DK promo, see what we have. Because Sam put it on here. We're going to go to the DK promo. DK promo, $25. We're going to go 3-leg. And heavy favorites for all this. And then 1 value underdog. Okay. So again, because I'm targeted, I don't know what the terms and conditions are, other than you get back if 1 leg misses. So again, Odds Jam, feel free to yell at me if I'm using you too much, but it's super helpful. This is what we do. I'm going to go and just kind of scroll through, see if there's a slightly favorable bet that we can go on, and then I'll just put 2 on like big favorites. So I'll start the parlay with the favorites, and I'll do this with you guys. This will be my DGen bet of the day, and if you guys want to do it with college basketball for your actual promotion, then feel free. I'll just do this for fun, and you guys can do this for the promotion, and we'll go from there. And honestly, if you guys want to do this at home for fun too, do it. Like, let's ride together, ride as a community. I think Sam he may have put up a promotion or his bet for this earlier today, but I don't know if he's targeted. So I don't know. I would recommend going over to Twitter and checking that out. But we're gonna go to college basketball. How crazy would it be if I click this and then it comes across on the banner? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're going to go heavy favorite. Let's see who we got. Minus 900 is not bad. We're going to go Wagner. We're going to go any other major favorites that are just expected to absolutely blow out tonight. North Dakota State over Omaha, huh? Let's get some of those small schools worked in here. So if you guys want to... do we want to put Gonzaga in there? Gonzaga's so good. All right, I'm going to throw Gonzaga in there. I said Wagner, very funny. But we're gonna throw Gonzaga in here just because if you guys haven't watched Chet Holmgren, this kid is crazy. He's like 18 feet tall. He's a freshman. And he's got better handles. He's got better handles than many point guards. And the guy's a bucket. So he's just so much fun to watch. And honestly, it's super weird because he doesn't look like he should be good at all. Every time he dribbles, it looks like you should be able to steal it, but nobody ever can. So we're gonna try to find this. Dang it, Hawks. Okay. MMA, Golden State, not college, NBA. Ooh, Pacific Pepperdine. We can throw a minus 155. We're gonna go Pacific. Yeah, we're gonna go Pacific. Minus 155. Does that get us there? That might not get us there, guys. We might have to go favorite. I almost guarantee that doesn't get us there because it has to be plus. What does it have to be? Oh, do we not have a terms and conditions? I don't see a minimum on this. I'm going to go to chat, see if anybody has the terms and conditions in chat. 2 screens. I do not have a docking station. Utah State? Utah State's a big favorite today. I'm going to hang out here and chat because I know mine's a little bit delayed. So let me know, guys. I'm doing this. Who's asking about this? Why are you still here, Elk Hunter? If you're still here, man, let me know what you were what the minimum odds are for that. I'll try to shoot for plus 300. We do like, you know what? I might do that. We'll get. I'm gonna keep Gonzaga in there just because it's fun. Utah State's a big heavy favorite there too. We got a couple down at the bottom, but what was that? What was I saying? We were right here. I'm looking at. I might go Northern Colorado because that should be close and they're valuable to us. Barely. Ugh, don't like that a ton. Oh, and actually Pacific is not the fave. That's not the plus EV. It's slightly EV, but it's not super plus EV. What it is the other side. So I'm actually going to keep scrolling, see if we can find something better. Long Beach, Cal. No, they're on the good side. They're on the right side of that. No. That's MMA. Let me know. Yeah, so we don't have anything that's really sticking out here as plus EV. So that's a bit of a bummer for us. Now, that being said, we could just go with the two that I had mentioned. We could just go Pepperdine and who was the other one? Yeah, we could go Pacific over Pepperdine, which they're the favorite. Pacific and Northern Colorado. See how that turns out? Pacific and Northern Colorado. I wonder if those games already started. Can you guys see my screen? I hope so. Pacific, Northern Colorado. Again, I'm sorry. If obviously, feel free to dip. If you guys joined us today and you're like, hey, this is kind of slowing down, that's A-okay. I won't force you to stay, but I am happy to have you guys. I'm happy that you joined. I appreciate it a ton. Feel free to share with your friends, family. I know I saw, where was I? North Dakota? No. Northern Colorado. So we were looking at Northern Colorado, but was that like first half or something? It is first half money line. First half money line. All right, so we'll go in there. We'll add that. And then I got to find the Pacific Pepperdine game. We'll go half. And we'll go half money line. Minus 245. We like that. All right, so we're adding that to our parlay. And then we will see if we can find that Pacific Pepperdine game and complete that. And then, again, just before I hop off, I'm just going to do one real quick. If you guys want to throw some thoughts in for BetMGM for the NBA one-game parlay tonight, let me know. I honestly might just double down, had some fun, and kind of do similar to what I did on Fanduel. But let me know if there's any favorite bets that you guys want to throw in there. You guys seeing this Pacific Pepperdine game? There it is. Hey. And then we can go first half money line of this, and we can have it completed. I'm actually going to keep in the North Dakota State just to... I didn't even have to click that. Oh. Are you going to... We got to get rid of this. Get rid of the under. Bye-bye. So the 4-pick parlay gets us up to plus 153. My recommendation here is if you guys need to get to plus like 300, something like that, then get rid of a Gonzaga or a North Dakota State, get rid of that line and replace it with something that's closer to like minus 500, maybe even minus like 300, and that might be able to boost you up enough to get there. I'm gonna throw this one in again. There weren't any great lines to go with as far as like plus EV on DraftKings for NCAA. So this is just kind of one I cooked together, and I'm gonna pop back into chat just to double check, see if anybody said anything about the odds minimum, because I want to be able to make this for you guys. It has to be 4+ leg plus 300. Okay. Rice? Did I see something about Rice? Have a promo with DK right now for betting the over-under for game totals. Ooh. Are you just asking my thoughts on just general games? I can just kind of spitball. Is it for NBA games, Brian? Maybe we'll throw that Rice game in there. I would take the under on any who the frick Seton Hall game. They are so gross. Seton Hall is so gross. I put a decently big bet on them earlier this year just because I hadn't watched them at all. I was scrolling through, and at the time it looked like something that was, it was close to minus 200. That was a requirement, and I wanted to shoot there. And I ended up going and watching the entire game, and it was so gross. They were playing in what looked like a high school gym, and they looked worse than a high school team. We'll see what happens if I throw Rice in there instead of Gonzaga. That still puts us only at plus 153. That's not real, is it? Or it just hasn't updated. My computer's running a little slow right now, guys. Plus 197. That gets us a little bit closer. We don't want to have a ton of crazy lines like this, so I'm going to get rid of both Gonzaga and North Dakota State and go just for a team that I like. We're talking about over-unders too. Let's see. Who's looked impressive? I haven't, obviously, with a lot of these teams, I haven't been able to watch a lot of them. You know what? I'm just going to say Gonzaga covers 23. Does that get us there? Because then we've got a pretty heavy favorite on all of them. Pacific might be a little bit of a nail biter. And then that's our one leg. The Gonzaga spread might be a little bit crazy. But like I said, man, Gonzaga, I don't think it's going to be even close with San Diego. Now, 23 is obviously a really big spread. That's why we trust a lot of these line makers. But man, oh man. Let's see if this ever loads for me. This should get us to that plus 300. Should get us well beyond plus 300. But it is not liking all the things I have running right now. This is why I mentioned, guys, like I'm a little nervous about the dual screen. I'm excited for it because I'll finally be able to see what's going on. And I'm gonna go back to chat just to see what we have. Yes, for thoughts. Any sport, $100 per game on over-unders. Okay. I can go talk about hockey. I've been watching a lot of that. Over-unders in hockey have been fun. I would honestly, whatever the Avs line is set at, I might end up just moving that. Can you go move the lines a little bit and just go an alternate under for the Avs? Because their goalie at Colorado Avalanche, goalie's insane. Now, granted, they are oftentimes up on teams, and the other team might pull the goalie, and that gives a free goal every now and again. But that's just one off the top that I think would be fun. I would also recommend 4 over-unders for bets like that. I've shouted out Ducky Bets. He's got some really good formulas that you could dive into. I haven't seen anything. I don't know if he's got over-unders involved in that quite yet. Got to be done by 2-6. Oh, okay. How many do you have to do? Okay, so we finally have our parlay up. This is what I'm rolling with. I'm gonna throw, let's do $20. We're riding a community today. If you guys are insured, this is an option for you. Obviously, don't feel like you have to, but we just kind of put one together as a community. This is not me saying like, hey, this is guaranteed to hit. We tried to build it around the Pacific, Northern Colorado, which were pretty decent lines. They were better than Pinnacle, so we like that. And then we just threw in Rice and Gonzaga trying to get there. There was not anything on OddsJam that stuck out to me. And again, I just think Gonzaga is a really good team. As my personal analysis, they're They're one of my favorites to win this year. Kentucky's also looking insane. And they're just getting better and better as time goes on. So those are my college basketball takes. I would have to look more in depth as far as over-unders. But you know what? We got a little bit of time. I've been going for an hour today, guys. Holy cow. Let's see. Depending on what the Super Bowl is, 2-6. They got to pay out by then. Shoot. It's on DK too. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I would just say continue to go through. This is for Brian. If you're looking at that promotion, or if you guys have a promotion similar to that, there you go. So I would read through his files. 5 total. So 5 total bets. Yeah, I'll share my screen here. This is my bet. This is the one I just put down for why. This is what we have. And I'm going Northern Colorado and Pacific, both first half money lines. And then Rice money line, just to try to fill that spot, get us up. If you only have 3 legs, why? I would not throw Rice in there just because it's kind of unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's not based on anything. I just tried to get close with that bet. So then I put Gonzaga minus 23 as an own personal analysis of the game, thinking that's a direction I would go. Shoot. That would have been a good one to even just reference Ducky, but he's, again, got some really good systems for stuff like that. And then, you know what? We'll just look at NBA, see if there are any totals that stick out to me. Right off the bat, under on the Timberwolves Pistons. I guess Timberwolves shoot a lot, and they shoot threes a lot, but they are a higher scoring team, so I understand why that's a higher over under. But just from watching the NBA, that's an under. I would consider. I'm not going to say that that's something I'm super confident in, but that's one that sticks out right now just because it's an higher over under of all of our options. The Bulls have been a really good defensive team recent. And I'll be honest, I don't know what the Raptors game have been looking like. We can go team stats here. And let's go. Well, I mean, they got over-unders here. We'll just look at the stats, though. If you guys want to, obviously, there's a ton of research, lots of options out there that you can go into. There's formulas, there's systems that you can do, but I'm just going to go into team stats here. We're going to go points per game, obviously. And then, like I said, my first one, Minnesota's a higher scored team, but Detroit's near the bottom. And for all these games, that's just something that I like. I'll share my screen again here. This is, again, for Brian's personal thing. Like I said, I like to be able to help get involved. So if you guys also have an over-under thought, I'm just talking, just kind of spitballing here. But Minnesota's high scoring, but Detroit's really low scoring. And having an over-under at 26.5, they would both have to outscore their averages. So I like the under in Detroit today. I like, what was the other game I was just talking about? It was, what was it? The Bulls, Chicago. Their last 3, they've been high scoring at 126, but they've also, they're a great defensive team. And they, unless DeMar or Lonzo really goes off, which they do, but oftentimes they are the only ones contributing in those facets. And who did I say that they were playing? Not even say. Who did we see that? The Raptors. How are the Raptors doing? I haven't watched a ton of Toronto this year. Toronto's near the bottom too. So at, a higher over under there, I would I would consider that. That would be another under I would potentially go for. Now, overtime always kills unders, so that's, no fun. But that is, overtime is baked into a lot of those over-unders, which is why I like, as far as finances are concerned, that's why I like betting unders. If you want to have fun, overs are a lot more fun. So those are my thoughts. That's just a couple. That's NBA related. Obviously, I talked about the Avs. I've got my buddy Jeff. He's the real hockey guy. He's been informing me. And if there's somebody in chat, like ultimately, these are just my thoughts. If there's somebody in chat who has thoughts, they've done some diving in. There you go. You found a 0 vig on OddsJam. That's perfect. There you go. Love that. Hawks Suns 219.5. That's awesome. So free bets recently. I mean, if we're talking futures, I really like the Avs to win regular season, Colorado Avalanche to win regular season. In hockey, I like the Golden State Warriors to win the NBA Finals, win the championship, and those are fun free bet opportunities. As far as a day-to-day free bet advantage, one of my favorite things is just throw it on Michigan State, right? I'm a huge Michigan State fan. So if there's ever anything where, for whatever reason, we're an underdog, or, there's a line or something that I can use to my advantage and throw free bets on that, then I'll do that almost every time. So if there's a team that you really like, heck yeah, Brian, happy to help. So Alex, if there's anything that you are like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, I would say free bets are a lot of fun to just throw on something that you believe in, or save them for an opportunity like what we had yesterday, where there's just an insane boost on Caesars that's off. Now, granted, it's a long shot, so it's less likely to hit, and you just throw your free bet on that. We've had a couple of free bets go really well for us on Caesars, where it was like the Kraken and the under for the game. The Kraken won that game, the under hit, and that was plus 700. So we turned a $25 free bet into, a pretty hefty stack of money. So I save those for longer odds boosts, something that Sam tweets out. Sometimes they'll just be a community member that says something. You can always scour OddsJam for something. So like if I were to go to OddsJam, I'll just go right off the top, way up here. Oftentimes these top. So if you're like, hey, I've got a free bet. It's a $10 free bet. Throw it on this. This is, a plus EV bet. And even though it's kind of crazy because of the lines going on here, it's a little bit of craziness going on. You could always do that. You could throw it on something like plus 115 at Io DeSunmu, under 3.5. It's weird. Pinnacle is less sharp on their player bets, but when you can get plus 115 on something that Pinnacle has at fair odds at like, what would that be? 101-ish, 101, 102, and you're getting plus 115. That's advantageous too. I hope that helps, Alex. So, Eric, I missed this one. Just joined him, so working on reading his files now. Heck yeah. Boost Raider put the Fanduel. What's Boost Raider? Arizona bet. I don't know what Boost Raider is, so I can't chime in on that. I will say that Sam is the one who calculated earlier today on the FanDuel Arizona bet, but I can take a look at it real quick, just kind of see what he talked about. We can go to Twitter. I'm sure he chimed in on that a little bit earlier today, and we can see what he said. But ultimately, so what the process there is you look at something, you take the odds, you take, like we take our Pinnacle odds. I ran this earlier today. and we dive in. We say, hey, what are the fair odds? What's the no vig odds? Then you take your no vig odds and you Sam's. Here we go. Here's our update. Okay, so update. Sam is not liking it due to Ken Pom going one direction. So let me just read through this real quick. So we got a super boost, Arizona money line, plus total team points over 7. So you would need 78. So he says that this is a hard pass. He since then has kind of dove in a little bit more, started to look at it. So 9 minutes ago, he said that this is a low hold opportunity, which is not like a super advantageous. That's not super plus EV. I don't know. Did I already share my screen? You guys can read what I'm seeing here with Sam. This is not something like, especially once you start to get into correlation bets, those are harder to calculate. Sam says that it's plus 186 as non-correlated. Now, obviously, if you score 78, then it's more likely to win. But again, having a high value defense that you're going against makes it hard. So those are my personal thoughts. You can see what Sam says here. I'll be riding with Sam on this, but you can ultimately go back and forth and think what you think, Eric. So I will be passing on this. Just because, I mean, Ken Pom's a good calculation of defense. Arizona's a good team. So is UCLA. And you have to not only win the game, but you also have to beat a defense. Seton Hall alum. Oh, geez. All right. That's good to know. Yeah, so I'm so happy that my Seton Hall trash talk has actually found an alum, which sucks because I've liked Seton Hall in the past. I really enjoyed rooting for them, but man, they don't look good. So crowd's gonna be small and an already small, at least as it appears on TV. I haven't been there, but it looked like a small gym. Looks like we're gonna have a small crowd. Creighton might be a sneaky move tomorrow. That might be our degenerate bet of the day tomorrow. I'm actually going to write that down. Because we've got inside info from a Seton Hall alum. I put Creighton down on my little book here saying that might be our degenerate bet of the day. So appreciate it, real deal. I hope that I was able to answer all the questions you guys might have. We spent a lot of time just diving into a number of different topics, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. I might pin this video up at the top just because I talked about so many things, and we had so many really good questions. So I appreciate you guys in chat asking these questions, making me think, making me work through this whole process because, again, that's why we're here. We don't want to leave you guys wondering. We don't want to leave you questioning what's going on. And you know, I won't claim to be an expert on, I guess actual like I don't have a formula for betting other than this whole promo system that we have where we calculate the fair odds and move on. I can't sit there and say, hey, like Ken Pom. I can only read Ken Pom. I don't know much beyond that. I will not claim to be some crazy smart person. I'm just one of you guys who likes to help communicate and navigate this whole sports betting world that we're living in. And honestly, we're doing it in a way that we've proven is valuable and profitable. So I hope we've been helpful. I'm losing my voice and need a big old drink of water. So I think I'm going to sign off for the night. But if you guys have more questions, things that you weren't able to ask today that you'd want to dive into tomorrow, we can do that. Shout out Real Deal for our degenerate bet of the day. And I will see you all later. Appreciate it.